Rap is out of control.
But we now have guests, and we have very important guests to talk to that have a lot of stuff to tell us. Sheri Sher from the Mercedes Ladies
Absolutely.
in the place. Yeah, hello.
BX, Bronx.
Here we go. Here we go.
The mother of hip hop.
That's right, no doubt. Sheri, thank you very much for the book. There is a book out, Mercedes Ladies.
First female hip hop novel ever published. Yes.
Very dope, very dope. and I haven't had as much time as I needed to get through the book yet, but I'm on chapter 5 right now, and I gotta say I haven't gotten into any of the hip hop stories yet, but just the home life stuff is extremely
absolutely
educating and entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it's like I want to like fast forward through all that stuff because you want to kind of get into like, you know, how the person became into the hip hop person that we know them to be, but the story, I mean, like you know 11 brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy right there.
I was raised from my mom. She had 11 kids, and we was from the Bronx, and I was from Daly Avenue. And I just did another radio show, and they asked me, what brought you to hip hop? What brought me to hip hop is that I used to walk away, and then I met R.D. Smiley and Tracy T and us, and we all came from single parent homes. Right. And I was like, as a young kid, I was dealt with a lot of adult responsibilities. Sure. So when I used to go to Boston Road and 63 Park, it was like Grandmaster Flash and them. So I was a young girl, like 14 years old, and I was just like, my mom was like, she was strict, but I knew she had too many kids, so she was gonna come run where I was at. So I used to go up there, and it was Tracy T brother and them running the Boston Road crew up there at 63 Park. But 63 Park was not a park, it was a schoolyard. So I used to run away from home and just go up there, and that's when the hip hop was started, and I was a young girl. Yeah. And what started Mercedes Ladies is like, I was like, yo, where the girls at? Right. And the girls that was there was representing dudes, but we was like, yo, me, Tracy T, R.D. Smiley, a little bit. We was like, yo, let's do something on our own. But we wasn't gonna become a rap group. We wanted to be the first female promoters. Okay. And being that we was young girls from the Bronx, and we just said we want to be representing as young black girls that had goals, and that just was not going to be stereotypical, like having babies and all that.
Right. What I want to know right now, though, is when did you decide to actually put it all down in a book?
Well, we were the first all-female DJ rap crew from started in the Bronx, right? And we decided to go up all a male arena, which was Grandmaster Flash and all of them. Right. And we were like 14 and 15. Right. He was like, why no girls is out here doing that? So from that journey, we did Don's Groove with Donald D. We had Russell Simmons that gave us our first deal. And we was doing all that, but we was a girl from the Bronx, but it was so hard because we was females. Right. So it was like taking a toll on a lot of the girls. And so the girls started dropping off one by one. Right. But what I did was kept a diary, and then it was like, okay, we did this shit. What did we do it for? Right. And so then when Vibe magazine did Hip Hop Divas, which was Mary J. Blige and them, they featured us as the first females of hip hop, and I thought that was so dope. Right. So I came to the editors, which was Kennard Gibbs, and they came to me, and I was like, yo, I have a diary, and I want to turn it into a book because we was some females that went through some shit, and we was doing the same shit the dudes was doing, but we wasn't getting that thing. Right. So he was like, yo, okay, let me read it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you read it. And then the editor at the Vibe magazine at the time said, well, I gotta take it to Mimi Valez and Kennard Gibbs. So they read my diary, and it was like, yo, this is dope. Like, you gotta continue writing it. And I was like, yo, I ain't go to college. I'm a girl from the Bronx. I was on my own at 17. Like, what? And they was like, yo, write that shit, because, yo, we read a little bit, and you made us feel like we was a part of it. Right. So from that, I was like, wow. But that's when I discovered the shit that we went through, but God wanted that story told in that journey.
Right.
So I did it, and it was through pain and stuff, but I did it. And then they did Biggie Smalls' book, and then they said, we think about publishing yours next. But it was like, I don't know how that's gonna happen. But I was like, I gave you all of my shit, but it happened.
Yeah. It
happened. I got caught in between with that stuff because it was Murder book and Biggie Smalls' book.
Right.
And then when my book was come out, they was like, Keniston and Vive is fighting right now, so we don't know, but it came through from the grace of God. And it was just like the tell my journey.
Yeah.
And my journey was real. And so when everybody's reading, it's so funny because it got published when Biggie Smalls thing, that was like 6 years ago.
Right.
But now it's starting to get light, and like Queen Latifah hip it up on a hip hop honest, and it's getting light right now, and I'm like, wow, it's just like sometimes. It took time, and so I'm just like, it just showed me like a young girl growing from the Bronx with nothing, and we decided to take on an all male arena,
right?
Mercedes Ladies, and it was no money involved, but it took me to another level that. Okay, now I'm a published author.
Yeah.
You understand? And then now, a Cornell University and Fordham University, they just had me come there, and they teaching my book in hip hop.
That's dope.
I mean, no, in Africana studies. And I'm like, wow. That's so crazy. It's just like, it's this thing like, yeah, I went through that, but it was for a reason and tell that story. And for the Mercedes Ladies to be in this generation right now,
no doubt.
It's just like, okay, I kept it going, and I don't stop because, my new thing is that they doing the script, so I'm going to have the first female hip-hop movie ever out.
Okay.
So that's me. That's Sheri Sher. And it's just like all the stuff I look back and say, damn, why I went through all this, and I went through so much. But it's for the story to be told, because it's a real story of females in the game that went through so much shit. Yeah. And we came from nothing. Like,
no doubt.
I was homeless. And I was on my own at 17. And so this book is like, it's my heart.
Of
and
course.
So I see when you tell me I can do something, Sheri gonna continue, and that's real.
Yeah, that's crazy that you kept a diary. That's so ill that you captured that time. You know what I'm saying? That the whole thing.
And I want to give a big ups to Guy Fisher, because
shout out to Guy Fisher.
We were young girls, and he came into my family, and he seen we was like. My mom was a single mother with 11 kids. We kept getting evicted, and he was always looking out for us.
Nice.
So he started buying us outfits and stuff from Mercedes Ladies, and then that's when we did for the Yankee basketball team and whatever. We was doing shows for them, and so we went through a lot. And so it's like my journey is just to tell of females that was in the game, and they can't speak of it, but you didn't deny it. I didn't want a book told about how we got wrong. No, I told a book about the real journey of the females back then, and so it's like I'm blessed to like.
No doubt.
I was a rapper. I went through all that shit and went through the heartaches, but God said I got another plan. You're a published author.
That's
so
it.
now I'm ready to take it to another level. That's what I do.
Movies. All right.
Absolutely.
We so now the book is out. We talked about that. Let's jump back now. You talked about kind of how you met the other girls and why you became and how you became promoters. So then at what point did you guys say, okay, well, let's do more than just be promoters?
Well, when we decided to be promoters, what we did was get sweatshirts, and we put we was that Velcro stuff that you iron on. We put Mercedes Ladies on it. So we started recruiting girls, and we just was jamming all the parties in the Bronx, and then our name became popular. So when you listen to everybody's like Curtis Blow, Grandmaster Flash, and all them, they say Mercedes, young lady, because our presence was so big in the game, because we was all females. We came in there like hard. So when our name became popular, Trevor from the L Brothers came and approached me and said, yo, I heard y'all rap and stuff. And I was like, yeah, we do that. But we was like, we was going to be some female promoters from the Bronx.
Right.
But we was like, yeah, we do that. So he said, yo, can you and your girls meet me at my place? Because I was Action in Action. They had some little store up on Tremont and Dice, whatever. That store was what it was. So we went there and we thought it was a setup. We was like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Yo, our name getting too popular. But to make a long story short, he had a female DJ, Baby D. And he's like, yo, I want y'all to meet her. So RD's like, yo, I know how to DJ somewhat. Then MC Smiley, which was from the L Brothers, she was supposed to be the MC.
Okay.
And then she's like, oh, no, I don't think I want to join a female group. And we was like, cool, whatever. And they's like, Sheri, yo, why don't you MC? And I was like, I ain't no MC. I want to be a boss chick.
Yes.
I want to sign the
I said, I want to be a boss. Like, yo, Mercedes ladies, yo, I'm going to make sure y'all ain't trying to whatever.
Right.
I became an MC. So our first gig was on 63 Park, which was not a park. It was the schoolyard. Right. And, you know, if you couldn't get in there unless you was street hood royalty.
Right.
So we came out there. We met Baby D. So ended up being Baby D and RD was our two DJs. Tracy T, Everdef, and Zena Z, and I became the MC, Sheri Sher. So our first gig out there, they said like, y'all got to carry your own material. He's like, I mean, stuff. So we carried it. It was like, what the fuck? So it was all these old flyers out, and we was like, yo, okay. So we went to 63 Park. We got up there, and everybody came from the Bronx because they was like, what, all female crew?
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, bunk it, we gonna do it.
Yeah.
So we got up there and do it. So he's like, 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Baby G, let that shit go. Zigga zigga. The crowd went bananas. Then you heard gunshots. So then action, and Trevor was like, yo, y'all just make sure the equipment's cool.
Right.
We got guns under there. Y'all got it? We's like, oh yeah, okay, we good. We Bronx girls. See, okay. So it was a shootout, then the cops came, whatever. But we made our history, and they were shooting out and everything, but we stayed on that stage.
Wow.
And we had our shit there, and we was like,
there
yo, we
go.
good.
We ready.
But that was the fame of Mercedes ladies. That was our first flame. From there, it was just on.
That's it. That's
it.
On. Ladies and gentlemen, the real get down right here on Rappers Are Out of Control.
Absolutely.